This next poem, I always call it a teenage lust poem. It's an attempt to capture that really frenetic, crazy kind of lust thing we all went through when we were in our early 20s. Some of us still might go through on it. This is called In the Time of the Yellow Sports Car. In the time of the yellow sports car, she was prone to ring him at 10 minutes to 11 at the Santa Barbara Taco Bell, where he, jeans rolled up, barefooted, mopped the floor minutes before closing. Her velvet voice vaulted down the telephone lines from 200 miles away, telling him how much she missed him, what she did with her fingers, yes, at that very moment, where her lips wanted to play, where his tongue might explore. Could he please drive down right away? How she would wait up for him, how she would meet him at the door, no matter if it be 3 or 4. This telephone foreplay was calculated to nudge the scales on which he weighed his discipline so carefully. Fatigue versus desire, gasoline consumption versus ready cash, tomorrow's responsibilities versus long legs wrapped around his waist tonight. Mostly, it worked. Checking his wallet for funds, or maybe stealing $10 from the register if he was a little short, he would lock up, finish his beer, skip the drive home for shower and change, step over the door, and fold into the yellow MGA, greasy, no shoes, smelling of frijoles and onions, and turn south into the sweltering California night, because she was steaming too, and did not care if he smelled funky or what clothes he wore, because she had a smell of her own, and the clothes would be on the floor soon enough anyway. By the time he reached Ventura Highway, the 4-lane concrete ribbon bathed in amber would be mostly his to glide and weave upon. 80 miles an hour, 1 a.m., top down, no cops, desert wind in hair, visions of her spread and moaning on the living room floor, which is as far as they usually got when he arrived like this, even though she had 2 roommates in the old beach house, and they were notorious light sleepers. But now, a slumbering city of angels whizzed past. He sniffed factory smoke and the sea, sensed somewhere behind his nostrils that these nights were like no other. And somehow, now, in this time of the yellow sports car, an odd leavening of youth, lust, poverty, a blonde, and this primal roaring in his ears would sear his neural pathways like a red-hot branding iron, and nothing that came later would ever feel quite the same.